Hey guys, this is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Arrow, episode 601, titled Fallout, which premiered Thursday, October 12th, 2017, on the CW. I am recording on Friday the 13th, guys. So before we begin, huge spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the episode already, please go do so first, then come back and see what I have to say about the episode. Otherwise, my video reminders are up on screen right now. They're the same as last year, but take a moment to remind yourselves of those. As well, I do have an announcement at the very end of the video, so I hope you stay tuned for that. But let's start with the 10-minute clock and see if I can get it all done in 10 minutes. So let's move on to what happened in this episode. So timeline-wise, it takes place. You're kind of split between the two. You get 5 months later to the present day, as well as flashbacking to the events of what happened when the island explosion happened 5 months ago. So there's that. So the huge episode reminder is pretty much the aftermath of Leanne Yu. Not only with the flashback moments, but also what's come of it 5 months later. So there's that. Now, a huge episode breakdown. I picked up on two different storylines. First one being getting through to William for Oliver, and the second one being that Black Siren infiltrates the Arrow Cave. That's pretty much her main agenda. But for the first storyline with William, Oliver has brought back Racia. She took care of Oliver. She was first seen and only seen in the pilot episode from 6 years ago. And she's been mentioned a few other times in past seasons, but the pilot was the first time we see her. And so he's brought her back in to take care of William when he's still being the mayor of the city, as well as the vigilante. So there's that. There's a huge trouble in trying to connect with William, as William has nightmares of the fact that Oliver is the bad man as to why his mom's dead and such like that. But Oliver repeatedly gets advice from Marcia, from Lance, from Diggle, from Renee, from who else, from Slade, about being a father and what he needs to do in order to get through to William, type of thing. Now, the second storyline dealing with Black Siren is the fact that the police academy graduation is used as a distraction for Black Siren to infiltrate the Arrow Cave so she could steal a prototype of one of Curtis's T-spheres. Don't know exactly what she can do with it, but she kind of used the academy to get the Team Arrow out of the cave so she can go in. So there's that. Now, flashbacks, again, as I mentioned, they flashback to what happened on the island after the explosion. So we get to see Quentin Lance and Dina Drake going up against Black Siren, which ends up with Lance shooting her, and they leave her for dead, but we see her get picked up by someone else in a helicopter as they rescued her. So that's why she's back in Star City 5 months later. We also see Slade finding an unconscious Thea. She's also comatose in the present day in the hospital. So there's that. And we also see Samantha dying in Oliver's arms after he tells her that William is safe. And she wants him to take care of William and not her. And such like that. And we also see Dale getting injured from a blast when he tried to go back and save Felicity. So we do see the ramifications of that blast when Diggle still experiences pain in his shoulder to the point that his shots aren't as accurate as they used to be. So there's that. Now, the last moments of the episode show Oliver being exposed on the news as the Green Arrow. He is without his mask, but he's wearing the Green Arrow gear. So someone managed to snap a photo of him. It's very clear. It doesn't look like it's a video footage of him. Otherwise, it would have been a little bit grainy or a little bit motion blurred. So there is that craziness right there. Now, tidbit-wise, though, we did find that there are new suits for Black Canary and for Wild Dog. A lot better than what they were. Wild Dog doesn't have the jersey anymore, so there's that. And Black Canary is, she has a mask, full body gear and all that, so that's cool. Again, we see Diggle's Aim suffering from his island injury to the point that he has decided not to fire anymore. If he's going to fight, he's going to fight, but he's going to try to prolong using his gun from the looks of it. Also, we see Renee suffering from a collapsed lung after a face-off with Black Siren on a bridge. After he recovers from the initial stay in the hospital, we see Oliver getting Renee a second custody hearing for his daughter Zoe because he missed the first one because Prometheus had taken him as his prisoner. So there's that. We also see Oliver and Felicity hinting at the fact that they're trying things out again between them. They keep on alluding to the fact that they're waiting for the time to tell William about them, from the sounds of it. Also, we see Lance struggling again over Black Siren's existence because to him, he still feels the pull of the fact that this is his daughter, this is his baby girl, even though she's from another Earth. So he's still struggling with that fact, and here she is trying to kill him. So there's that. Also, we see Slade in the present day as well, and he tells Oliver that he's heading up to Calgary to see his son after he confirmed that Oliver's intel about his son was true. So there is that. But moving on to the most shocking moment of the episode, I think the last scene of the episode where news broke out with footage of Oliver being exposed as the Green Arrow was the most shocking, I have to say, for me for that. I was not expecting that whatsoever, and that's a cruel cliffhanger for us. So there's that. But moving on to top 3 favorite moments. First one I have to say is Oliver getting all the fatherhood advice from Lance, from Slade, from Marcia, and how he should handle William in this transition between the two. It's really great to see all the different advices and how he can connect to them in certain ways and use that going forward. So that was great. Another favorite of mine has to be Oliver's fight scenes. I mean, he could still take a room of armed men down on his own, and I love that. So it's always great to see that happening. Because Oliver's just awesome with his fights. So there's that. And another thing was Oliver's speeches, not only to the graduating police academy class, but to William as well about not going anywhere and how you may not like me, but I don't need you to like me in order for me to take care of you type of thing. It's just Oliver's on point with his speeches today. So it's like, it was great to hear. So I'll leave it at that. But moving on to top 3 peeved moments, I have to say it was one of the sneak peek clips that they released before the episode premiere, and it was the police station explosions done by Black Siren and her criminal buddy Alex. It was so illogical. It was so cringeworthy. I was just like, really? It's like you go into a police station, you set the charges, and you detonate them while you're still in the building. It's like, why in the world would you do that? Yeah, it looks badass, but logically, it's like, why the hell would you do that? Especially when you're in the building. I can understand you detonating it when there's people you're trying to kill in the building, not when you're like miles away, but not when you're still in it and you're walking away from it. And the criminal Alex was just too creepy during that whole thing. It was just like, you're getting too much out of this type of thing. I did not like that scene whatsoever. It just made me cringe so much. Like, oh my god, why are they doing it like this? It's just one of my peeves right there. It's just so annoying. Another thing that really peeved me or really irritated me was happened in the Arrow Cave. It was pretty much Black Siren waiting in that main ops area where everyone's standing every time they usually debrief. It's when Black Siren was standing there waiting for Black Canary to come to her and start their fight in the Arrow Cave. It's like, really? What bad guy is going to stand there and wait for their enemy to come at them with... I hate that. It's like, yeah, it's meant to set up a good fight that's going to happen between the two, as everyone wants to see the Black Siren fight against the Black Canary. But it's like, really? I'd rather have Black Siren trying to walk away and then Black Canary intercepts her and then they start fighting. Don't have her just standing there waiting for your enemy to come and start a fight with you. No. You try to get away and then you have their enemy intercept them and start a fight that way. I preferred it that way than to how they set it up this way. It's just like, really? It's like, no. Who in their right mind does that? That's not realistic whatsoever. Despite the fact that we're in a world where vigilantes roam. So it's like, I don't know. That just annoyed me so much. And another peeve moment for me was the Arrow Cave needing better security. I mean, especially after so many unwanted people have come and gone from that place. How have you not only not beefed up security, but how have you not made it so that you can't find the place? It's like, yes, you can't really relocate because you've done so much to this place, but then again, you haven't really done anything to up the security. I mean, don't just do it with technology. Do it with like booby traps or something like that. Do it with something that's the old-fashioned type of security too. It's just like, I mean, so many people have walked out of that place that are enemies and that still have the capability to come back in. It's just like, no. It's like, too many people know about this location now. You might as well either beef up the security or move locations. I mean, I liked it in season 2 when Oliver had a secret secondary location that only he knew about. Because at least then, like, he had somewhere no one else could find him if he really needed to hunker down. So it's like, that was another annoying thing for me too. So I'll leave it at that. But what will I remember most when I look back on this episode? I think it has to be Oliver being exposed as the Green Arrow. It's pretty much that last scene of the episode was pretty much my takeaway for it. Because like, how is he going to get out of this? And especially now when he's mayor. So there's that. But random questions. Let's move to that. First one, who leaked Oliver's photo while he was in the Green Arrow outfit? That's a question there. I mean, I don't think Oliver's dumb enough to get caught on camera without the hood on or anything like that. So there's that. Second question, do the people of Star City know that Oliver has a son? I'm wondering if not, because also in his apartment, he kind of opened a secret passageway or a hidden wall to get to William's room. It wasn't like a regular door you open. It was like he was still hiding William's room in his apartment. So I'm wondering if anyone even knows that he has a son. It'll be understandable if they don't for his protection, but like, does that mean William's still going under his mom's name or whatever new identity they had given him? So there's that. Third question, who rescued Black Siren off of Leanne Yu? So there's that. And last question, why is Black Siren staying on Earth 1 when she's from Earth 2? I mean, with all the capabilities, I'm pretty sure she can find someone that could take her to Earth 2. I mean, if she really wanted to, she can go to Central City and get Barry to take her to Earth 2. Just leave me over there if she wanted to, instead of staying on the Earth that she pretty much has no connection to, except with screwing over her doppelganger family type of thing. So there's that. But moving on to predictions, just one moment. Let's go with the promo for 602. Shows that Star City tries to get answers from Oliver about him being the Green Arrow, which he continues to deny being. And then we get the FBI coming in to question Oliver about that. So there is that fun stuff right there. Now, based off the synopsis for the episode, let me just pull it up. I forgot I didn't pull it up yet. So based off the synopsis, for 602, it reads that Oliver tries to balance being the mayor, the Green Arrow, and a father to William, and then we see Anatoly returning to Star City with a deadly agenda. I gotta hand it to them. I'm really liking these short synopses for the episodes. It doesn't give much away, but then in a sense, it's kind of irritating because for the last 5 years, they kind of gave stuff away, so now I'm left wondering, well, what's going on? So there is that. But after that, I don't really have any other predictions. I guess we'll have to wait and see. At least they're still sticking to the motion of not including people from Team Arrow in the synopses, since this one was released 2 weeks ago. So at least that gives a mystery into it. But I'm wondering what Anatoly is doing back with Star City, and if he's still listed as an enemy to Oliver or not. So anyways, moving on to the announcement that I mentioned, guys. So just going to say that I won't be covering all the episodes of the season like I did last year. I'm only going to do episodes that maybe drop a huge bombshell, or maybe it gives quite a reaction out of me, or something like that. I'll do those episodes, but I'm definitely doing episodes that have special character appearances, like certain guest stars, or if they're cameo appearances from crossovers. Moments like that. I'll definitely do episodes like that. So there'll be that. But you'll just have to check in to see when I have something new for Arrow pop up. But otherwise, guys, that's pretty much it. But what'd you guys think of the premiere? What'd you guys like about it? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments down below. Love to hear your own thoughts, theories, and predictions about what you think is going to happen this season. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. And if you want, check out my Tumblr page. The link for that is down below. I reblog promos, web clips, quotes, gifs, synopses, news, all that good stuff, all found in one place, so check it out. I'm going to try to be more on point with it this year. I wasn't that much last year, but hopefully the video switch up will help with that. Also, check out my WordPress account. The link for that, again, is down below. Everything I do online is connected through WordPress. It's a little more organized, but it's still a work in progress, so keep that in mind, but I do hope you check it out. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you come back to see what I have to say about the next episode of Arrow, or any other episode I talk about for my other shows. So until then, guys, this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week wherever you are. Bye for now.